program director at Catskill Mountainkeeper. Yeah. And there you have it. FERC, this conference started out with a lawyer showing that FERC has violated the Clean Water Act. They issued this in advance. They issued an order approving this in advance of the 401 permit. FERC is allowing Cabot and Williams, Cabot of which is responsible for 400 violations in Pennsylvania. That's 10% of the violations that exist in the state of Pennsylvania since 2010. This whole process is flawed. FERC exists to convey public convenience for things that the community needs. This is not for this community. This is not for the people who are having their property taken. This is not for the people of New York State. This is for industry to make profit by shipping their gas overseas. FERC has refused to include cumulative impacts in their process. They've refused to look at what this pipeline is part of. What this pipeline is part of is an invasion of infrastructure and pipelines that New York State are experiencing. It's not just the Constitution pipeline. It's the AIM pipeline. It's the Dominion project. It's the Northeast Energy Direct. This is an invasion by industry into our communities and across our state for their profit with disregard, as has been shown, to the legal structure that's there to protect us. The DEC has the right, the moral obligation, the legal obligation, and they have the ability to deny this pipeline. FERC does this rubber stamping process. The build out of all these impacts aren't just in New York. All these pipelines that are built across our state will increase the development of fracking in Pennsylvania. All the folks that have come up and helped us protect our health in New York State, like Craig and others, have come up here and told what's been going on in their backyard. And we have a responsibility as a state to return that favor and say, no, we don't want the impacts of these pipelines on our property, and no, we do not want the impacts on their property and our country. This is a federal issue, a national issue, and FERC is letting this go through without any cumulative impact review, and there's no reason that the DEC cannot look at the science, look at the regulatory process, and come to the conclusion that everybody in this room believes in, that they should deny it. So the NED project, insult to injury, NED is right on top. The Northeast Energy Direct project is right on top of the Constitution pipeline, running either parallel or right next to it throughout some of the same property owners or the neighbors of the property owners, creating this whole eminent domain and another 4 years of nightmares for people before the decisions get made. What's happening with the NED project? The people in New Hampshire, the people in Massachusetts, the people across New York are saying, no, this is not public need. We do not need this. And the DEC should uphold all of that and use the power and authority that they have and deny this project. Yes. Thank you.